Alright, so what's going on? So today we're going to be doing a video with Amber. As you can see, we just got her to 1,000 trophies. So basically this is going to be a guide and the best build and to help you get to 1,000 trophies as well. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into Amber's build. Alright, so for the gadget, we're going to use fire starters. So Amber runs fast for 3 seconds while spilling fire fluid on the floor. So this is really good for the beginning of the game. And then for the star power, we're going to use wild flames. So basically Amber can have 2 fuel puddles on the ground at the same time. And also with the star power, when she stands in the puddle, she can charge her super automatically. So that's going to be really important for later. And then for the first gear, we're going to use health. And then for the second gear, we're going to use damage. Alright, so that's going to complete Amber's build. And the game mode we're going to be playing on is Gem Grab. And it's possibly one of the best game modes for Amber because she's more of a controlling brawler. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into these matches. Alright, so for the first match, we're going to be playing against Buzz, Lola, and Grom. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop my gadget and go to the right side of the map. So now I'm going to start checking the grass. I'm going to basically poke through the grass and see if there's anybody there. And I do see that there's a Buzz, but I get too close, but it really doesn't matter because I still do kill him. And I'm instantly going to throw my super and I'm going to hit Lola, so she's basically going to die as well. And since I burned that upper right half of the map, that's just going to make it a whole lot easier for the rest of the game. So since I told you that Amber's a controlling brawler, that's why I'm going to be moving off to the left so we can push them as far as back as possible so we can have as much map control. And now since I just killed that Grom, I'm going to move to the center. I'm going to use my super. I'm going to burn more of that grass and I'm also going to hit that Buzz. So now since most of the grass area is burned already, that's going to be a big plus going on to the middle game. And I'm going to go ahead and finish off that Buzz. And now we have a total of 7 gems and they have 0, so that's a good sign. So now we basically have 1 brawler in the middle and the right side and the left side. So we're basically going to hold our lanes now. So right here, Buzz is going to try to come in with the super, but sadly for him, he just gets triple teamed. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my super on Grom, and then I'm going to focus on Lola on the left side. So now we're going to collect the last gem, and I'm going to keep pushing them back a little bit with my shot, and I'm going to activate my gadget. So now basically we have a wall of fuel, and it's also going to help me get my super. And then I'm going to throw my super out to try to keep the distance, but that still didn't seem to stop them, so they kept on pushing, and I believe Ems goes down, but Buzz and Grom have died, so all we need to do is kill Lola like that, and we're going to be able to pick up the gems. And I'm going to go ahead and move forward so it'd be harder for them to keep pushing back. So as I get close to Buzz, he's going to go ahead and use his super, so that just allows me to focus on Lola and Grom. So as you see, we're going to be able to win this game. We're just going to be able to push Lola off and Grom, and I have a 6 cubes and Lou has 10, so that's going to be the end of this one. Alright, so in this match we're going to be facing Fang, Draco, and Macy. So again, I'm instantly going to pop my gadget and move to the right side of the map and begin to poke through the bushes just in case if anybody's there. And hopefully you guys are starting to see why using your gadget in the beginning of the match is really helpful. But anyway, so right here I'm going to be facing Macy. I'm just basically using the wall as my advantage, but Macy gets too close, so I'm able to kill her. So now I'm going to go ahead and start pushing on Fang, and then I'm going to use my super, which that's just going to burn the center part of their grassy area. And then right here Tara is going to use her super, so that's just going to allow us to push. But unfortunately we didn't kill anybody, but we got them really low. So now what we're basically going to do is hold our own lane. As you can see, there's a brawler on the left and the middle and the right, and Tara's going to use her super again, which this time we did kill 2 brawlers. So now since they're going to respawn, I'm going to go ahead and use my gadget kind of like a wall and move my way back. And it looks like Draco's going to be pushing me from the left side, so it's a really good idea to keep my distance, which that's a good idea. I did that because he uses his super, and Tara does use his super as well, which does help me not get pushed all the way back. And Draco eventually dies, so now we have a total of 10 cubes now, and they all have died. So now basically all we got to do is defend. So it seems like Lou has the right side blocked off, so all we really got to do is just wait for them to come to the middle to shoot. So yeah, basically we won that match. So let's go ahead and get on to the next one. Alright, so this match we're going to be playing against Byron, Frank, and Surge. Alright, so you already know I'm going to start off with my gadget and move off to the right side. I'm going to go ahead and start poking into the grass, and I do see that there is a Frank there. And as I was still holding the right side of the lane, I did see that there was a Surge, so I just kept trying to keep my distance. And one thing I should note, since I know that there is a Frank in there, I just don't know exactly where. I know he's going to be pushing me, so I just went back to where I have my puddle so I can try to charge my super so I can throw it in the grass so he doesn't push. And he does still try to push. And I also saw that Lou and Bo are low, so I tried to do as much damage to Frank as much as possible, which that did seem to work. And as I started to go to the left, I did see that Bo used his super, so that allowed me to push on Surge. So I was able to get a couple hits off of him so he can move back. And so as all that was happening, Frank was actually pushing from the bottom, but they were able to kill him, so that allowed me to push. I went straight for Byron because he had 2 cubes, and I threw my super right above Byron so I can isolate him from any support from Surge. And that seemed to really help out because Surge was burning from my super as well, and we were able to kill him quickly. So the only brawler left that was alive right now was Frank. Frank, and he got stunned by Bo's super, so we were able to kill him from that. And Bo went down unexpectedly, so I used my gadget to get there quicker, and I did get my super off of that, so I put it right in the middle of the grass. So we were able to kill Brian, and then we were trying to kill Serge at the same time, which we didn't do. And then Frank does come in again, and I try to do as much damage as much as possible. And so I was really low, so I was just moving back so I can heal up and get my shot back. And luckily we did have Lou, because Serge got frozen in the top of the map, and Lou was able to kill him. So that allowed me to heal up and get my shot back. So I moved forward and just try to keep my distance, even though Frank got stunned, and we were able to collect all the gems and move back. And it's just easier to hit their shot when you're moving back, because all they're doing is basically moving into your shot. So it looks like we were able to recover, and I'm still using the puddle so I can just try to farm my super and try to do as much damage still, because Frank is a hefty brawler. So that looks like that's going to be a win. Alright, so that's going to be the end of my Amber guide. If you guys really like the video, remember to like and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it, and it does mean a lot. If you guys have any questions, remember to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.